Begin with your feet about hips distance apart. Lift the toes, spread them wide, ground them down into the mat. Shifting side to side, forward and back until your weight is centered over your ankles. Tuck the tailbone, engage the core. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears, round them down and away from your neck. And as if somebody was drawing you up towards the ceiling from the crown of your head, begin to breathe. Moving into elevator pose, weight shifts to the left leg, drawing the right knee in towards the chest. Right leg replaces down to the mat, lifting the left knee in towards the chest. Shifting from side to side, ensuring that the standing leg arch does not collapse down to the mat, and that the standing leg hip does not drop out. Making your way to the front of the mat. Inhaling, hands sweep up. Exhaling, fold you down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands plant, push back to plank. Shoulders over the wrist, heels to the crown of the head, one straight line. Gently push back to down dog. Beginning to bend into one knee, and then bend into the other, stretching through the calves and the back of the thighs. Moving into down dog, hip extension, engaging the core. Weight will shift gently to the left side to begin to lift the right leg up till it's parallel to the floor. Exhale down, inhale up. Inhale lifts the leg. As you exhale, knee to the chest, steps you forward, low lunge. Placing the right hand on the outside of the right knee, gently pushing the hand into the knee into the hand, activating the glute muscles on that right side. Stepping the back foot forward just gently to make your way up to Crescent Warrior. Slight bend in the back knee to tuck the tailbone, finding neutral spine. Hands can lift up, or they might come to W arms to protect those shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades down and back. Continue to breathe. Moving to Warrior One. Back foot drops to the mat, back foot's at a 45-degree angle, drawing that left hip forward so both hips are facing the front of the room, front knee over the front ankle. Hands may lift again, or they may come to W arms. Trying to get that back leg straight, pushing the lateral side of the foot, the outside of the foot, into the mat. Opening Warrior Two. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat, front heel in line with the heel or the arch of the back foot, front knee pulling out towards those right pinky toes. Reaching the hands forward and back, gaze comes out over the front middle finger. Hands plant down, pushes you back, down dog. Forward to plank, back to down dog. Inhaling, heels lift and reach down to the mat. Down dog, heel lifts. Moving into down dog, hip extensions on the opposite side, lifting the left leg parallel to the floor and then placing it down to the mat 5 times. Drawing the knee in towards the chest, low lunge on the left. Hand gently pushes into the knee, knee into the hand, engaging the glutes on the left side. Making your way up, crescent warrior. Tucking the back knee just slightly, tucking the tailbone to find neutral spine. Hands may lift or may come to W arms. Stepping the back foot down to the mat, 45-degree angle, drawing the right hip forward, re-tucking the tailbone, back leg strong and straight, lateral side or outside of the back foot, grounding down into the mat. Hands may lift up or come to W arms. Opening warrior 2, front heel in line with the heel or the arch of the back foot. Front knee right over the front ankle, pulling out towards the left pinky toes, back leg strong and straight, reaching the hands forward and back, gaze over the front middle finger. Hands windmill down to the mat, push back, down dog. Gently dropping the knees to the mat, tops of the feet come to the mat, toes together to touch, pushing back to child's pose. Knees may be apart, forehead to the mat, hands reaching out in front of you. Or you might find drawing your knees together, pushing yourself back and drawing the hands by the sides if your shoulders are uncomfortable. Forehead is to the mat. If it cannot reach, maybe using a block or a pillow to support the head. Slowly making your way back to tabletop, curling the toes under and pushing the hips back towards the heels for a nice plantar fascia stretch. If this is not too deep for you, you might begin to walk your way up until your torso is directly over your heels to deepen the stretch. Slowly making your way forward, curling the toes under, pushing back to down dog, moving into single leg heel lifts, placing the right toe on the left heel, lifting the heel up and reaching it down 5 times. Stepping the right foot forward, low lunge, finding your way up, keeping a nice straight line from the heel to the crown of the head, beginning to shift your weight off of the back leg onto the front leg to find warrior 3. Your toe might stay down to the ground, or you might lift that back leg up, hinging at your hips, dropping the left hip level and even with the right. From the heel to the crown of the head is one straight line, gently bringing yourself back, crescent warrior. Hands placed down pushes you back, down dog. Placing the left toe on the right heel, lifting up and down. Single leg heel lifts. Stepping the left leg forward, low lunge, inhaling, hands sweep back behind you, holding here from the heel to the crown of the head, one straight line. Weight shifts off the back leg onto the front leg. Warrior 3, back toe might touch the ground, or you might lift and hinge at the hips, dropping the right hip level and even with the left. Standing tall at the front of your mat, folding over for just a moment, moving into ragdoll, clasping the elbows with the hands and beginning to straighten one knee while bending the other to get that stretch through the hamstrings and the calf. Drawing yourself all the way up, hands to heart center. Stepping to the center of your mat, moving into tree pose. Weight will shift onto the left leg. Option 1, toe to the ground, heel to the shin. Option 2, foot to the shin. Option 3, foot to the inner thigh. Choosing whichever option works best for you today, depending on your balance. Then you may lift those hands to the ceiling, lift the gaze to the ceiling, hold and breathe. Noticing that your arch is lifted but the ball of your foot maintains contact with the floor. The toes are long, not crunching under. Slowly draw yourself back to center, replacing the right foot to the mat. Weight shifts over. Lift the toes, spread them wide, ground them down. Option 1, heel to the shin, toe to the ground. Option 2, foot to the shin. Option 3, foot to the inner thigh, never letting the foot come to the medial knee, as this could cause injury to the knee. Beginning to lift the hands up towards the ceiling. You may lift the gaze as well to challenge that balance even further. This standing leg, don't let the hip drop out. You're lifting as if you were pulling from the crown of your head towards the ceiling. Slowly making your way back to center, replacing the left foot to the mat. Standing tall and breathe.